going on, y'all? Brother Doug here. Just got done watching Legend of Korra, all 4 episodes. All I gotta say is one word. Damn! First of all, if you guys refer back to my first video I did about book 2, the book 2 opening premiere, I kept saying that Unalaq was going to be a villain. I kept saying it, just something sinister about that uncle. I was like, wait, he's going to be a bad guy, watch. Lo and behold, he was a dark avatar, and that was actually pretty cool, by the way. You know, even Korra too. It reminded me of a Power Rangers Super Sentai or Godzilla versus King Kong at the end. You know, Korra turned to Super Saiyan, Unalaq turned to Dark Super Saiyan. DBZ on him, like wow, because you know the creators are big anime fans as well. So hey, however, I am gonna be completely honest. I'm not really a big fan of the spirit world. Sorry. Well, why you somebody comment about that? Why do I gotta apologize for my opinion? Yeah, you're right. Why am I apologizing for my opinion? I didn't really like the spirit world. I mean, yeah, I love animals. You guys know I'm a big animal freak, but still, I mean, it was just very slow paced and timely. I like Mako's storyline better. You know, him trying to find out about the explosions and the devices. You know, the bombs and stuff. You know, turns out that Varric was actually the one setting it all up. You know, start a war. You know, being a big instigator and whatnot. But Varric was a cool character though, and it was cool to see Eska and Bolin actually getting back together. Throughout the season, it was still also cool to see Iroh back. When I saw that episode with Iroh, when Jinora met Iroh, I was like, oh! I probably woke up the whole neighborhood. Also, when Jinora went back in the spirit world and she went to the library, that was actually one of my favorite parts because I did love the library episode of the original series, Avatar: The Last Airbender, because you know I'm a bookworm. Libraries, do the math. This very last episode, we saw Commander Zhao back. I'm like, what? Like, who else is in this spirit world? It was just them two. So that's pretty awesome. You know, it still would have been nice to see what happened to the other characters like Zuko. Cause remember how not Mako. What's his name? The prince, Zuko's grandson. How he kept saying that my grandfather would be happy to meet you guys. Like, oh, we know who his grandfather is, but we still never saw the episode because remember the attack happened, the explosion, so they had to go to the northern tribe and like wow. It still would have been nice to see Toph because remember they said that Earthbenders are able to live longer, and Toph is an Earth and Metal bender. And, Katara is actually older than Toph, and Katara is still alive, so that must mean Toph is still alive, and as I said, Earthbenders live longer. I mean, a lot of stuff's there, and, they are doing book 3, season 3, book 3. You know what I mean. As for Mako, Mako's one of my favorite characters, though, but he's definitely not the ladies' man. He breaks Korra's heart, he breaks Asami's heart. He rekindles his relationship with Asami, and then when Korra loses half of her memory, he breaks up with her, and I don't know where they're going to take the story third season because Korra even broke up with him again at the end of this season. So, I don't know, man. This love triangle shit got to stop. And I don't know what's wrong with me this year. I'm a lot of these movies and TV shows, I'm just not feeling the main characters this year. You guys saw my last review about the Best Man Holiday. I didn't really like Ty Diggs' character, and for Thor, I love Thor, but it was really Loki's movie. Loki stole the show, and right now Korra, she was just so cocky and arrogant this season. She thinks just because she's I'm over babbling. She thinks that just because she's the Avatar, that she's supposed to do everything's supposed to go her way. Yeah, you're gonna abide by my rules. Like, nah, bitch, sit down. On a positive note about Korra, I did like her with her hair down. Now, early on in the season, I liked how they paid homage to the original Team Avatar. Aang slash Tenzin. Well, I was gonna say Bolin, Bumi slash Sokka, and Kaya slash Katara. Katara and Kaya being the motherly types and the only waterbenders of the group. Let's see. Tenzin, being, just a spiritual person, the one trying to be able to connect with the inner spirits and inner bending. I hope you guys heard that. And just Boomy being the one who cracks all the jokes, the comical character, and just the leader, and he's the oldest, just like Sokka was, and you know how clumsy Sokka was, and look how clumsy Boomy was last episode. His accidents turned up to triumph. His accidents turned into triumph. So. Yeah. Overall, I give this season a 4 out of 5. Just because of the Spirit World. Remember I said I wasn't really a big fan of Spirit World. I felt like it was slow paced and just very timely. But it was cool to see Juan, the first Airbender. Now his sequence when he was first introduced kind of reminded me of Aladdin. You know, him being a thief, the guards chasing him. If you've seen Aladdin, you know what I'm talking about. The beginning, the one jump. So for those who aren't really feeling Korra and who still are very fond of the first Avatar series, wait no more. They just released the Search Part 3, you know, the search for Zuko's mom. And if you haven't, make sure y'all go pick up the first 2 copies. Yeah, it's definitely a character-driven storyline. I didn't read The Promise. I didn't really like the first book, but I had the first book. But The Search is better. The Search is very definitely worth the while. All right, so that's my season review. What are your thoughts about Legend of Korra? Do you prefer The Last Airbender, or do you prefer The Legend of Korra? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure you like the video, share the video, subscribe, do whatever you can to contact with me. You know, I'm always on Facebook and Twitter, you know, just so you know. Other than that, deuces.